Welcome to MSTR today in the Treasury Titans. It is August 13th. It is Thursday. It is JLD here. And nothing in this video is financial advice. And Michael Saylor wants us to.
Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
No, there's no
second best crypto asset.
There's
a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin is the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin.
All right. I think I'm going to make that my alarm clock in the morning. I just love it. Okay. What do we have to see over here from Michael Saylor?
Bitcoin wa minna no mono da.
Michael Saylor wants us to know that Bitcoin is for everyone. Actually, what's really cool is I've been to this exact park in Japan where you do this obviously exact thing of feeding these deer. It's a really cool place. I actually recognize taking a picture underneath that arch over there. Really cool. But of course, Michael Saylor here is using AI to do what? To continue to spread the word of Bitcoin, not just to the English language, but to the world. And Strategy says, even at hypothetical 21,000 Bitcoin price, every strategy, debt, and preferred instrument remains above a 1.0x Bitcoin rating. Explore the new Bitcoin floor metric at strategy.com/credit. And again, Strategy just continues to up the transparency game, to improve the interface, to improve the user experience. It's amazing to see the tools that they are giving everyday investors. And I got to be honest, I'm honored to be one. We have a post from Mike who says, when Strategy acquires enough cash in the USD reserve, $6.7 billion, to cover the convertible bond debts, there is no price of Bitcoin at which the assets on the balance sheet fall below the debt amount. They cannot be liquidated. The common criticism from critics is what happens when debt becomes due. That concern will emphatically disappear like it was always going to. There has never been potential for a default on the debt. The ability to access the capital markets to raise cash from MSTR sales or Bitcoin sales at any time is unparalleled. Oh, finally, some wisdom in this world, Mike. The Bitcoin Knight says, MSTR generational buying zones. Same things happen every cycle. 1, we go below the 200-week moving average. 2, we hit the cycle bottom. 3, we go sideways for a few months, aka accumulation zone. 4, the RSI is oversold on the monthly. 5, we go up to new all-time highs. This time won't be different. And I cannot wait for this time because my bags are fully packed. And just like Adam says, I missed Apple, I missed Berkshire, I missed Microsoft, I missed Meta, I missed Google, I missed Amazon. I will not miss Strategy. And I can tell you, Adam, nor will I, because my bags are packed. I'm strapped into the rocket ship. Zay says, Saylor didn't invent Bitcoin. Saylor didn't invent preferred securities. Saylor didn't invent the ATM, but he recognized what could be built on top of them. And that innovation built on top can still change the world. Steve Jobs understood this all too well. He didn't invent the transitor, the microprocessor, mathematics, or most of the technology he worked with, but he built something extraordinary with them. Strategy has turned Bitcoin into the foundation of an increasingly sophisticated financial structure that the world might look back on in hindsight and admire. The building blocks were always there. What was rare was the vision to see what they could become. Mission strategy. And right here, I love this from Steve Jobs back in 2010. I grow little of the food I eat, and the little I do grow, I did not breed or perfect the seeds. I do not make any of my clothing. I speak a language I did not invent or refine. I did not discover the mathematics I use. I am protected by freedoms and laws I did not conceive or legislate, and do not enforce or adjudicate. I am moved by music I did not create myself. When I needed medical attention, I was helpless to survive by myself. I did not invent the transistor, the microprocessor, object-oriented programming, or most of the technology I work with. I love and admire my species, living and dead, and am totally dependent on them for my life and well-being. And that was sent from his iPad. And that is a nice little ode to what Michael Saylor followed up with, which is, we intend to make Stretch the iPhone of digital assets, because just like Steve Jobs built upon all of those who have come before him, so did Michael Saylor, who, by the way, loves history more than anybody else I know and appreciates exactly what Steve Jobs is talking about 100%. Chris says, updated the MSTR mind map. We're storing for whenever you need an at-a-glance overview of the investment thesis. So what's the industry? Financials. What's the business model? Well, raise and dynamically allocate capital and compound Bitcoin per share. What's the moat? Brand equity, huge. Monopoly, huge. Optionality, huge. Positioning, huge. Visionary, huge. KPIs, Bitcoin per share. Let's keep it simple. Opportunities, potential for 50 to 150% Bitcoin yield, uniquely positioned to dominate digital credit, S&P 500 inclusion. These are all massive opportunities. What are the risks? Well, Bitcoin existential risk. If Bitcoin goes down, MSTR goes down. Negative carry risk, sequence of events risk, contagion risk, execution risk, counterparty risk. These are risks you take, which is I love to take these risks because I love, admire, and trust the strategy team to the nth degree. So another great post from Chris and great graphic. Adam says, hey, remember when MSTR went to $540 without stretch and with 1/4 of Bitcoin they have now? MSTR is still cheap. It's still so cheap. And Michael Saylor wants us to know that digital credit is going global. DIGY11 brings stretch and digital credit to Brazil through B3 listed ETF with monthly BRL distributions, daily liquidity, and FX hedging. The future of credit is digital. And this is from Orange BTC, which they launched the first ETF of preferred shares from the Bitcoin ecosystem with monthly distributions. Exactly what Michael Saylor has been telling people to do. They're doing it. Airmay says, MetaPlanet said, game on. They just launched Bitcoin, BitBonds, a continuous corporate bond program, and their securities arm sold the first tranche today. $200 million issued at 4 to 4.3%, 3-year maturity. This is the first time Japan's biggest public Bitcoin treasury company is packaging its balance sheet into yield products and selling them directly to retail and corporates through its own brokerage. Bitcoin-backed credit is no longer theoretical in Japan. It's live. Let's flip and go. It takes longer in Japan, but the moat is also much bigger as a result. Very bullish MetaPlanet. I am very bullish. And oh man, this, by the way, was so funny. Chris says, Michael Saylor reposting this is absolutely hilarious. I had to triple check to make sure I was seeing things right. He does not give a FUQQQ. Just so you know, probably not everybody's going to love this next video. Just a little warning. It's a minute long. I find it very hysterical and hilarious myself that Michael Saylor reposted this. And we will play it for you if you decide to watch when we get back from thanking our sponsor. Quick pause, because this might matter more than your next Bitcoin move. Your personal data is being bought and sold online right now. Emails, phone numbers, home addresses, even family connections, all floating across hundreds of data broker databases. And this is exactly where highly targeted scams, phishing attacks, and identity theft begin. That's why I use Incogni. Incogni acts as your personal privacy advocate. They handle the complex legal legwork of demanding that these data brokers delete your information, and they manage the entire request process on a recurring schedule to ensure your data stays off the market when it tries to reappear over time. And here's the kicker. If you opt for their unlimited plan, you get access to their custom removals feature. If your sensitive information pops up on a specific site that falls outside standard broker lists, like a random blog or old directory, you just send Incogni the link. You don't have to do any manual chasing of shady websites. Incogni's team of privacy experts steps in to handle the manual corporate takedown request for you. It's a simple setup to get back in control. Create your account, grant them permission, and they get to work clearing your digital footprint on your behalf. They can't harm you if they can't find you. Take your personal data back with Incogni. Use code MSTR for 60% off an annual plan at incogni.com/MSTR. That's code MSTR for 60% off an annual plan at incogni.com/MSTR.
Finally, we get another back. We get another back. Wait.
Thanks. No, yeah, Foundry. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So I think that's it. We are forked.
Oh, Lord.
What's the second best? There is no second best.